What an amazing cockpit, and in just pristine condition. You know, it's laid out very similar to the fighters that we had up until this point when the F-86 was built. You've got the throttle over here on the left, and you've got the gear handle over here right next to it. You've got the stick right here between your legs with the trigger available. You've got a G-meter, an accelerometer, and a speedometer, and then you have the bulletproof plate right in front of you in case somebody's throwing a bullet your way. So it's just an unbelievable cockpit and really a piece of aviation history. The Sabre has essentially the same gauges and flight controls as I have in my F-22. The biggest difference is the F-86 uses analog dials, while modern fighters such as the F-15E and F-22 have what we call a glass cockpit, with digital computer screens instead of dials and gauges. Now let's take a look at what the Russian MiG-15 drivers who faced Jabara have in their fighter.
All right, let's see if we can get in the cockpit. Wow, look at this thing. I have never sat in a Russian cockpit before. Let's see what this thing's like. Jeez. Well, I can tell you, you sit a lot lower in the MiG than you do in the Sabre, which would probably reduce some of your outside visibility. The cockpit size is actually about the same as a Sabre. In fact, maybe it's just even a little bit bigger and less cramped, but it's got all the standard stuff in here. The throttle is still over here on the left. The stick right in front of me here, I mean, it's laid out very similar. So once again, two very closely matched aircraft.
But there's a lot more to these warbirds than what the pilots see in the cockpit. What really makes them masterpieces of aeronautical engineering is what their designers build into their structures and internal systems. It's these features that could make all the difference between life and death for James Jabara and his Russian opponents in the skies over MiG Alley.